New from Eureka and continuing on from the set they released last year is Laurel and Hardy, The Silent Years 1928. And it's a great follow-up from the 1927 set. And I felt like in that set, you kind of were starting to discover Laurel and Hardy find what would become their kind of shtick, their regular characters, the characters that you kind of grew to love. And it was a really nice process watching that take a step forward, 2 steps back, kind of moving. This set, however, is a far more polished idea of what Laurel and Hardy is. They're really starting to find their groove. And although the shorts can be inconsistent in enjoyment and what goes through them, and sometimes there can be rehashed jokes or rehashed situations from other films, you definitely get this cohesive idea of this duo finding what sparks great for them, what works tremendously well, and just nailing it. Now, this set has, I think it's 10 shorts on it, and 1 unfinished short from 1927, which is a really nice addition. There is a ridiculous amount of extras, which we will get into later on, but the films themselves, all running about 20 minutes, are all varying degrees of enjoyable, and they all come with these terrific commentaries that really highlight various aspects. And what I am most impressed about this disc is the variety of the commentators, because we don't just have one person or one group of people just talking through all the films. They chop and change, and everybody's got a different style. They've got a different angle to bring towards the commentaries, and they're highlighting different points, which is terrific. The transfers for these films are wonderful. Now, sometimes there are failings within the film themselves where the film has become a little bit too degraded or scrappy, but you can tell that it's the film itself and not anything to do with the restoration, because sometimes the picture is incredibly detailed and perfect, and you're like, how have they managed this magic trick? There are 10 wonderful shots on here, and I really enjoyed the variety that we had in the different situations. There is one that I would say is a possible misfire in a really interesting and curious way. Early to Bed is that short, and it's one of those shorts that feels as if the character roles have been switched a little bit, and there's a little bit meanness thrown into this one. It doesn't really have the jollity that you get in other Laurel and Hardy skits. These ones feel a little bit mean-spirited, and it kind of detracts a little bit from what the characters are. There are other shots in this that are just wonderful, like Habeas Corpus. I loved that one. The idea of the setting in the cemetery was really a fun idea, and they use it to the best of their abilities. Two Towers was great, how they have this story about a traffic jam, and it's just the kind of automotive nature throughout it is terrific. And you get to see this variety of really obscure and strange cars. Leave 'Em Laughing is terrific. An interesting tale of having toothache, going to the dentist, the misunderstanding, how it explodes into something bigger than I was expecting. Just a wealth of film and comedy and terrific moments. Now, I enjoyed Laurel and Hardy 1927, but the 1928 set feels more accomplished, more secure, and just something that was far better in my eyes as we kind of came to the culmination of what Laurel and Hardy was going to be. I really hope we start to get films at some point as well, because I would love to revisit a bunch of those as well. But as it stands, let's dive into the disc and have a look at some of these terrific extras. Here we are in disc 1 of Laurel and Hardy, The Silent Years, 1928. First up we have the shorts. Here we have Leave 'Em Laughing, The Finishing Touch, From Soup to Nuts, You're Darn Tootin', There's Purple Moment, Should Married Men Go Home, and Early to Bed. On to the special features. First up, we have an interview with Neil Brand that runs 27 minutes 19 seconds, and he's pretty much talking about this year and how Laurel Hardy hit their stride here, what made them so efficient, what made them such a success, and how Hal Roach kind of used their brand of comedy just within already pre-built sets just to let them do what they do best. Then we have Super 8 presentations of Let 'Em Rip, Out of Step, The Car Wreckers and A Right Mess. These are segments for each of the shorts on this disc, or some of the shorts, and they can range from 2 minutes to 7 minutes, and it's just crazy to see what they've cut out or how they've created just a little comedic moment with these characters. Then we have a stills gallery, and that's the extras for disc 1. Here we are in disc 2. First up we have the shorts, Two Towers, Habeas Corpus, We Fall Down, and Now I'll Tell One, which is an incomplete 1927 short. Onto the special features, we have United We Fall, which is an incredible 1 hour, 60 minutes, 23 seconds, which is looking at the impact of Laurel and Hardy, looking in depth at their career, the impact that they had with people discovering them in the 80s and 90s for the first time, their kind of routine, what made them so special. It's so much information, so well researched. It's a terrific extra. Next, we have a tribute to Robert Youngston, which is 19 minutes, 23 seconds, and it's all about this person and how he impacted the resurgence of Laurel and Hardy in the kind of 40s and onwards. And this was fascinating because I knew nothing about this person. And again, great deal of information and a great tale. Then we have the Laughing 20s trailer, which is their first movie. The Further Perils of Laurel and Hardy, which seems to be a kind of clip montage of their best moments. Then we have Stan and Laurel's home movies, which run at 24 minutes 53 seconds, and this is just a wonderful thing just to see them, at home playing about with cameras, doing what they do best with their family, interacting. And then there is the stills gallery. Also included in this set is a 36-page booklet which gives you more information by Paul Merton, the comic, who talks about each of the shorts with a little essay just describing why they're so terrific. And it's a fantastic read and another great extra that just rounds out an incredible set. And that's the extras for Laurel and Hardy, The Silent Years, 1928. There we have it. Laurel and Hardy, The Silent Years, 1928. Essential. You need it in your collection. If you bought the first set, this is an absolute requirement you need to pick up. I would love to know, are you getting this one? And what was your favourite short out of all of them? Let me know in the comment box below. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff in the description box below, or links to Patreon, membership programme, and manvfilm.com. Always, in which you can support. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.